Hey, it's Mastin Kipp. Welcome to today's coaching conversation. Today, I'm going to talk to you about our friend confusion. Are you confused about what to do? Are you unsure about what's next? A lot of people come to me and go, Mastin, I don't know what to do. Right? Now, the deeper truth is, you do know. Absolutely, you do know. It's about following that intuitive voice. You've dreamed about it. You probably have a vision board about it, a Pinterest board. You probably are either jealous or inspired by people who are doing whatever it might be. There is not really confusion. It's more fear. However, I want to break down what confusion really is for you, because when you say I'm confused, you train your brain to only look for confusion, and you actually put yourself into a hypnotic trance where you're just confused. And conveniently, when you're confused, what happens? Well, you don't move forward. So confusion is what I call a survival pattern, which is an unconscious fear based on past trauma that prevents you from moving forward. And confusion is one of those patterns that is really great because it's like, I'm confused. I don't know what to do, right? Well, the truth is you're not confused. There's three reasons or three things or three meanings about why confusion is there. So the first thing is there's this fear of trusting yourself. So it's not that you're confused, there's just a scared ability to trust yourself. You have a gut feeling or an intuition about what you should do or what the next step could be, or what you should say yes to or what you should no to, but there's that fear of trusting yourself. Maybe you live your life by committee, right? So if you're confused, chances are there's a fear of trusting yourself. And then also there's a lack of clarity about the road ahead. So what this means is you haven't really thought through and gotten clear on what's just the next step. Not like plan, 5-year plan, 10-year plan, but like what's that next step? When you get really crystal clear what that next step is, all of a sudden the fear increases and the story of I'm confused can increase even more too. But the idea is that clarity helps you take that next step, make it a simple next step. And the third symptom of confusion, the third thing that confusion means is that there's actually new momentum in your life that you initiated, right? Because you probably want more in your life. There's probably more that you're asking for. There's probably more that you're going for. There's more that you want to create or do or have or become or share or give, right? So you got to be real. You are initiating change in your life. You want more, right? So don't be mad that you're confused. Don't blame other people that you're confused. Really get still, meditate, breathe for a moment. Find some stillness and trust yourself. You know what choice to make. You have an intuitive voice, whether you think that's woo-woo or not. It's true. You have that gut feeling, that heart feeling, that feeling that you feel when you know it's the right decision. It's just scary. So if you're being scared and feeling scared about trusting yourself, know that you're like every other human being on the planet, and that's completely fine. And take that step, for God's sake. Let yourself find out what happens, because I'm sure if we look back at the history of your life, there's some evidence that when you don't trust yourself, things don't go well, right? So let's just assume that when you trust yourself, things will get crazy for a little bit. You might not exactly know how it's going to turn out, but it's going to be okay, right? And get clear about just what that next step is, because if you really just trust yourself and get clear on what that next step is, that's all it takes. Because you've initiated this momentum in your life. And so just don't blame anyone else. You caused it. Don't say that you're confused. Say that you're scared. And then say, if I did trust myself, what would I do? What would that next step be, right? So remember, confusion is that fear of not trusting yourself, the lack of clarity of the next step, and not admitting that this is happening because you've initiated change in your life. You've decided to change. So take that power back. Say, you know what? You're right, Mastin. I've decided to change my life. I'm changing the rules. So I'm going to get still. I'm going to trust myself. I'm going to make the illogical, strange choice because it feels good for me. It feels an integrity for me. And I'm just going to take that next step and trust that when you take that next step, that the step after that will be revealed, right? Sometimes we live in this fog and we don't exactly know what's going to happen. And all we have to do is use our faith to take the next step. And by the way, if you want to see how much faith you have, look at your actions, not your words, because your actions share with you and really help demonstrate how much faith you have. Have faith in yourself. Know that you are guided. Know that you are exactly where you should be. Don't say you're confused anymore. Just say that you're scared and say, even if I wasn't scared, what would I do? Get clear on that next step and trust that everything will unfold one step at a time from there. Please make sure to take action on this. So this is not just some spiritual entertainment thing that you just hear me say. This is something that you can take action on today. How will you get faith back today? How will you trust yourself today? How will you get clear on that next step for you today? My deepest wish is that you get out there, take action, and make it real. We'll see you real soon.